What's up, YouTube? HudsonFan15. Happy New Year to everyone. Just to start out, go check out the the latest album from the Japanese metal band Deer in Grey. It's called Arch, A-R-C-H-E. A lot of good stuff on it. Managed to get a copy online digitally, and it's a good listen. Alright, on to the cards. Start off with some MMA. We got a big month in January for MMA, so you'll probably see an uptick of stuff, but this is new to this 2014 Bloodlines product. It's called the Ingot series. There's different colors. They have this sort of metallic, they are made of metal, thick metal. There's some pretty good weight to it above a standard card. They have these engraved backs, and then on the other side is an inlay with a hand numbering, which I imagine is probably just some sort of sticker or paint kind of deal. This one is 3 of 109 of Uriah Faber. I imagine it's going to be awfully difficult to get any of my other, even borderline PC fighters in there, that particular set, because they only did the real high-end guys. So Jones and Rousey are probably priced to the point where I'm not going to pull the trigger on one, but wanted to get at least one of these, and hopefully some of the other guys that I collect end up in future releases of the set. Also picked up for the MMA PC. He was scheduled to fight, I believe, in just a few weeks, and I don't know if he's even going to compete. This short notice to get a replacement fighter, the guy who was supposed to face Costa Phillip, who injured himself to the point where he could not compete. But this is also out of 2014 Bloodlines, out of 195, Uriah Hall, a competitor on The Ultimate Fighter who had the catastrophic spinning back kick knockout in his first round fight, and then has not gone on to really supremely excel, but is definitely on the right path, and he basically sent Chris Lieben into retirement. So when he had an autograph, decided to pick one up. We're going to get to some more MMA stuff with this package here, Fighton52, James, but let's get through everything else from eBay first. 2 of 25, Topps Magic from 2012. Reggie Wayne is a mem card. That's not a camera trick over there. It is a discoloration, a two-color kind of deal with a very light blue hue to it. Also for the Reggie Wayne PC, we've got exquisite 2006 trio signatures, all 3 on card. Michael Clayton, Derek Mason, and of course Reggie Wayne, numbered 5 of 15. So, rare non-Colts autos mixed into there, but that's how they made the card. From the Topps Vault, with the whole raised seal and then blank back, 1 of 1 2014 Topps Platinum Reggie Wayne. Apparently I missed the auction for this, and then it popped up as a buy it now. Typically what they do when the cards don't sell at auction in the appropriate COA, they'll just list them up for the minimum, figuring that that's what the market is, and there we go. Next up, we had an eBay seller that I negotiated back and forth with on this particular card, and part of there's again very positive negotiations with him. We agreed that I would talk about the experience on the YouTube channel here. So he included this message, and I appreciate it. The eBay ID is kicksave1. I believe that's a hockey reference. I'm not the biggest hockey guy, so you'll have to forgive me. It might be soccer. I'm not sure, to be honest. So kicksave1. Tom, thanks for your bid. Feedback has been left for you. Hope you enjoy the card. Take care and Happy New Year. Ryan, kicksave1. P.S. Hello, YouTube viewers. So there is a very thoughtful note. So link to his listings will be in the description box. Don't be bashful. Drop him a note. Tell him you heard about him here on the channel. If interested in anything, again, he takes offers on things and whatnot. So we had a nice little back and forth discussion about the item. We worked out a mutually beneficial deal, and absolutely would recommend him to anybody who's again interested in anything that he has for sale. He sent it in the original out-of-the-box package. I remember these because the 2006 set, they also did these, and the card store that I worked for pulled a Superfractor out of one of these. So this is the 2007 Topps Chrome Cyan encased printing plate card number TC45. This is the All-Pro Pro Bowl version of Reggie Wayne. So there were some pretty, most of these were usually like gold parallels numbered to 500 or some odd, and then they would do a lower number parallel to that that were exclusive again to these box toppers. So yeah, good stuff there. So Ryan, very much appreciated, sir. Link to him will be in the description box. Please go check out his items. Again, he takes offers and whatnot. If there's anything that you're looking for, like it seems like you know, he might deal in, but you don't see posted, drop him a note. See if maybe he's got something that he just hasn't listed that fits what you're collecting. That again, he maybe didn't have the chance to get up online. On to a few hoodies. This is a 2010 Allen Ginter rip card, 17 out of 50. So that's the new jersey number, and it is ripped. The unripped versions go for a silly premium, so I have not gotten an unripped one. But again, it's I don't think it's necessary. 2005 mirror gold Leaf Certified Materials bat, 22 out of 25. Shout out to Army ATC 22. He of the 22 mojo. 3-color patch from one of my favorite sets, Fleer Patchworks National Patch Time 2003. 3-colored, whole bunch stitching, and that is numbered 141 out of 300. And finally, for the eBay pickups, negotiated a deal to have this card sold outright to me. He's an eBay seller. He also has a website, DJsSportsCards.com. Link to him will also be in the description box. So what he did was he posted a whole series of the cards from this particular set. This is the 2000 and I believe it's 6. 2006 or 2008. That font is very, very small. Topps Turkey Red Platinum Suede. So this is a raised frame, a little bit thicker card. 1 of 1. And this is the Tim Hudson from that set. We've all seen the Turkey Red. You know, they have all the different variations. So it's got the suede up at the top. The 1 of 1 with the triangular COA right there. So he had it listed for a price. I contacted him, asked him if he would sell it outright. He said, sure, I can buy it now, just as long as there's not any bids on it, which he did, and away we go. So that is that. That is an excellent addition to the PC, and I want to thank again DJ's Sports Cards. Checked out the site a little bit myself. It's worth a browse, but then again, also check him out on eBay. I'll put links to both of those in the description box. And finally, this guy, Fighton52, he of the hilarious little assistant video makers for the Ricky Russo contest. So I'm going to also do a quick submission for that as well, because that seems like a fun contest. You guys know I have a very dry sense of humor, so probably won't be the funniest thing that gets entered, but I'll throw my hat in the ring and see if I can come up with something lucky. So I watched one of his videos, and I made a comment, and a couple days later, my phone goes off, and I had him saved, but I'd forgotten that I had his number directly, and we started talking about some of these cards that he had picked up at his LCS, just through doing regular pack breaks and whatnot, all UFC. and he says that he doesn't. He said in the video that he doesn't really collect UFC. So I just let him know I do collect UFC, and perhaps there might be a deal afoot. So during the course of the conversation, I'm like, okay, well, what do you need? And he says your address. So he had some belief that he owed me for something at some point. I know I sent him a bunch of oddball, honestly, I thought lower end Bo Jackson stuff, but you know, he did not forget, and thought that he would return the favor with these. So James, I very much appreciate this, sir. I usually do all this unpacking before I start a video, so that's why I'm sort of stalling, because you have this wrapped up very well. I will leave it at that. Wrapped up very well indeed. There's a tab. I am missing it. Things are out of there. There's some kind of logic to how that was packaged. I completely missed it. Okay. So right on top here, you can see what that is. So the first card is a 2013 Topps UFC Knockout Triple Threads Double Relic Combos book card. Spelling out Far East, it's Hatsuhioki Yoshihiro Sexyama Akiyama, Yushin Okami, the Korean Zombie, Chan Sung Jung, Takanori Gomi, and Kung Lee. And that is numbered 3 out of 36. Out of the group, the more interesting recent story out of these guys was Chan Sung Jung. Apparently, males in Korea are compelled to do military service for no less than 3 years between certain age ranges. He had not yet completed his, and was basically almost given like draft notice, like what used to happen here in the U.S. when we were in times of war. So he had to put his UFC career on hold in order to fulfill that obligation. So I thought that was an interesting story. Next card, guy fighting tomorrow night, one of my favorites. John Bones Jones is a fight Matt Relic card, 61 out of 288. I don't really care for his antics going back and forth with Cormier going into this fight, but he does have a way of seeming to get under people's skin. Guy who also competed with him, I believe, is UFC 152, where he won the inaugural UFC Flyweight Championship belt before Jones went on to defeat Vitor Belfort. This is he's as a bantamweight here. Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, memorabilia auto numbered 169 out of 200. I think he is phenomenally undervalued as a in the collecting hobby. Obviously, UFC people in the know respect his technique and his ability and this massive winning streak that he's on. But as far as collectibles go and guys who are champions, his stuff goes for disproportionately lower than a lot of other people's. I have a couple of other autographs of his, and while he's not somebody I actively collect a ton of his stuff, I always enjoy adding his items to the PC. Next up, again, out of the new Bloodlines, this card is 1 of 8, so this is the Ruby Parallel. This is a matte relic used UFC 121 Diego Nightmare Sanchez. Bright orange piece of matte there. He actually was defeated by the guy who's facing my guy, Cowboy Cerrone, Miles Jury, tomorrow night in their last fight. So that was he's got a lot of drive. He goes out there to hurt people, and so it's just his deal. He's a tough guy to stop. So the fact that Jury defeated him was quite the accomplishment. Next up, another guy who's, again, I think just because of the sheer volume that he signs is maybe a little undervalued considering how successful he's been. 2012 Topps UFC Knockout on-card auto, numbered 69 of 99, Benson Henderson. Bendo. So nice on-card auto there. I believe the one that I have is an unnumbered finest auto, so that is definitely an upgrade. Definitely an upgrade there. Back to the new Bloodlines. This is 25 of 50. So this is the similar to the Uriah Hall auto, but obviously a lot smaller population. Recently back from an unfortunate issue where he was trying to make weight for a fight and collapsed and had to be hospitalized. Henan Barao. He's a heck of a competitor, though. He was on a pretty amazing run there before he was dethroned by TJ Dillashaw. It looks like we've got some numbered here. We've got a Brad Pickett. There's a couple there. Brad Pickett out of 88, who did actually face Henan Barao. So here's a link there. I've got an Anthony Showtime Pettis. I believe this is the fight against Clay Guida where this photo is from. 32 out of 188. Pettis, the current champion in the same division that Cowboy Cerrone is in, and defeated him with a liver kick of all things. Ryan Jimmo, I believe this is like the nation's parallel, they call it, out of 148. He is Canadian, obviously. Bloodlines Brazil die cut insert of Lyoto Machida, coming off a big win. The Dragon. He's got to be getting up there in age. He should really push for a title shot again before he gets a little bit too old to do that. 26 out of 148. Got Brian Caraway, who I think is more famous for his involvement and seemingly stoking the fire in the Ronda Rousey Miesha Tate Ultimate Fighter series than most of his accomplishments in the ring. But he has defeated some named fighters, including Eric Perez, who's a pretty exciting fighter in his own right. And then the Cuban, who's got a pretty big fan base. He's a defector, and he was an Olympic wrestler in 2000, and he didn't get to make his UFC debut until he was well into his 30s. Yoel Romero, who goes by, I believe it's God's Soldier. He's another guy that you got to think the time is ticking for him to really have that breakout performance to get him in the middleweight title picture. There at 185, fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, which is a hotbed of MMA activity. For those of you who don't know, there's a lot of fighters who, especially if they came from other countries, they'll come in to Coconut Creek and they'll make their base of operations there. There's a couple of pretty big groups out of there. So, James, this is phenomenal. This is entirely too much. I always appreciate our conversations, your very entertaining videos, your thoughtful stance on a lot of issues with the hobby specifically. And this is fantastic. So I'll be going to a show on Sunday, and as always, be looking for rare bow and rare ducks stuff for you. Congratulations to those same Ducks for getting into the national championship game by defeating Florida State University. That is a big win, and against the only undefeated team in the field, if I remember correctly. So. Yeah, they are and a former Heisman Trophy winner. So, Fighton52. If you guys are not subscribed, please go do so. If you have anything, as I said, rare Bo Jackson or Oregon Ducks, please go do so as well. Thank you to DJsSportsCards.com and of course their mirror eBay store, and Ryan kicksave1. For their kind considerations in getting me these excellent, working out deals to get me these excellent cards for the PC. All right, YouTube, peace.